So guys, it's Pippi here. This is going to be a tips and tricks video, kind of aimed more towards beginner players and intermediate players. If you are still kind of new and trying to figure things out, this video could be for you. Without further ado, I'm just going to get straight into the tips. I don't want to make you guys wait too long. For the first tip, I'm going to be talking about stacking loot on horses. And what I mean by stacking loot is like trash loot. When you're grinding a place for long periods of time, you will get overweight. And the way to negate this is by putting all of the trash loot onto your mount. And you can go back to grinding, and then when you get overweight again from grinding for however long, you go back to your mount, take all of the loot off of your mount, adding it to the stack that you have in your inventory, and then you take that entire stack and put it back onto the mount. And what that basically does is you can infinite stack stuff onto your mount as much as you want for as long as you want to live wherever you are grinding at. And then when you're done, you can take it all off your mount, ride the horse back to town, and sell it all. A really good way to excel and progress is making a seasonal character because of the way the Tuvala Naru gear works and the way that the enhancing works in seasonals. So what I mean by that is enhancing boss gear, black star gear, and all that is really difficult, but you can get up to Tet boss gear equivalent, which is Pen Tuvala, and it's not that difficult to make it when it comes to seasonal. I've heard that some people have a hard time making Pen Tuvala gear. As you can see on screen, I don't really have any Pen Tuvala gear except for the ring, and that's just because I hit level 61. For me, it's not too difficult. I just haven't been playing on the season, but it is a really great way to make a lot of progress in a short amount of time. After you guys go through the story and you get your gear kind of up into the range where you're going to want to start looking into AP and DP gains, what you can do is you can look into the adventure logs. There's a lot of adventure logs that grant you AP and DP, like sheet AP and DP, that will actually show up right here and that will contribute towards the next bracket. And I won't really go into it right now, but each time you reach a new bracket, for example, 261 is going to be a bracket for you. And when you hit that, you get hidden AP, which contribute to you doing more damage and clearing faster and making grinding easier and all that. I won't get into it, but that's the TLDR of it, basically. I'm going to say start working on your worker empire as soon as you can. You can do so many things with it. You can hire workers to gather ingredients for cooking to make your life easier when you cook. You can even just, if you want raw passive income, just look up the most expensive nodes, what nodes will give you the most expensive raw materials, and over time you can totally just take all the materials that you gain from the workers and you can just sell it. By the way, workers will take beer to feed them. You have to feed your workers or else they won't work. They'll just stop working over time if you don't feed them. It's like kind of the way they kind of balance out workers, but beer doesn't really cost too much and it's kind of easy to make if you want to go down the road of making it. I won't really get into that into this video, but all I really want to say is start working on your worker empire as soon as possible because it's free money, and who doesn't like free money? My final tip for you guys is going to be just look for what you love in BDO. There's so many options to choose from when it comes to what you can do in BDO. There's life skilling, grinding, training, horses, so many different things you can choose from. I would recommend to look into everything that interests you and see if you'd rather do that, over grinding. Like, for example, maybe you would like life skilling more than grinding. And that's just like the final tip I have for you, because you're probably going to spend a lot of time in BDO trying to get to the goals that you have of like high gear. And if you don't like the experience and you don't like playing the game, you're going to burn out, and then you're just going to take a lot of breaks. You're not really going to make it to the goals you want to get to. If you've made it to this part of the video, thank you very much for watching. I was just going to say, if you're into this kind of content, consider subscribing because I will be posting content like this, BDO driven content on this channel. I'm going to try to shoot for weekly uploads. I've actually, just not too long ago, I uploaded a video on gear progression. It's not really a tip video, it's more of a just my gear progression and what I've done to get there. If you're into that kind of stuff, feel free to stop by that video. I'm going to put it in the upper right hand corner in a card. Once again, thank you for watching.